Secret Wars Issue 1. First of all, we start off with basically like a prologue to entering the story. And the prologue is Doom talking like House. Now, House MD, how he says about the brain functions, what he believes when they die. Yeah, basically he goes through a whole like connection with this unknown light, this light of God, he calls it. And him, Doc Strange, and I can't see who's in the back. I think that's Molecule Man. But they're talking into this light that they deem, well, he deems a God, and a voice comes from the light saying, "Who tries to speak to me, and who stands before me?" And he says, "I am Doom." So Dr. Doom just pulling a badass moment right now, and I was like, yeah. And right now we're in Earth 1610, and the crazy part is, if I remember, Earth 1610 is it's Ultimates. I think it's the Ultimate Comics, if I remember. But you got Nick Fury and Hawkeye receive a message from the Maker Reed Richards. For those who don't know what the Maker Reed Richards is, I'm pretty sure he's from Ultimates, if I remember correctly. And he's like a whole new level of mindset. This fucker built a machine called the City. He even built a weapon that destroys like almost anything it could get its hands on. So this is more like a darker version of Reed Richards, and he's basically telling them that the collisions of both universes is going to result in only one universe being able to live. So it's killed or be killed. Technically, that's what he's saying. Nick Fury is nervous because this is the guy who basically destroyed a city before for just out of whim. So he says, so Hawkeye's like, should we trust him? Should we trust the Maker, Reed Richards? And he says, we have no choice. He's a smart man. He knows what he's talking about. But even though like they accepted his words like blindly, turns out he lied. He even stated, if you can see, I think it's right here, he stated that there's no win, there's no victory in the end. Everything's going to die. Everything's going to stop. He's even working with Thanos, and Thanos even said, like, you can't escape death. They should learn how to embrace it, blah, blah, blah. He's just saying that because he's in love with death. But Reed Richards said they're going to try to fight because now there's hope. There's hope for them, meaning they're going to fight as hard as they can and buy us some time. Buy some time for what? I don't know. But, and I like this. Oh, there you go. They show you a cast. So you have the Illuminati on top, the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, X-Men. All the members you're going to be seeing fighting through all this. They even show you the Ultimates roster. So, and it was Molecule Man in the background because now I see his photo there. So that works. That was right. Earth 1610 is Ultimates. Okay, making sure, guys. Making sure. So all of a sudden, all these airships and carriers are swarming Manhattan. Everything's getting destroyed. Spider-Man's trying to help civilians because the civilians don't know what's going on. They're seeing heroes attack heroes. They're seeing buildings collapsing, spaceships coming out of the sky, and a lot of stuff is basically going really, really, really crazy in here. Oh, sorry, guys. Excuse me. Okay. I was curious about something, that's all. And basically got Human Torch and the Thing basically putting food away into that safety raft from issue 0. And then all of a sudden Iron Man comes out of nowhere with a fleet of his own. And they start destroying the city, and he winds up fighting. I think that's Marvel. Miss Marvel. Yeah, no, it's Captain Marvel, my bad. But it's the female Marvel. And she sees Iron Man doing this, and she automatically says, you know what, I gotta stop this. So she runs up, starts fighting him. And you got Luke Cage, Guardians of the Galaxy going around trying helping civilians, getting civilians out of the areas. Luke Cage and Iron Fist are helping children out of rubble. Like, there's innocent children trapped under rocks and stone. And it's crazy. And it's funny because freaking Star-Lord's telling Rocket Raccoon, shoot down that guy with the yellow and gold armor. And I like what Rocket Raccoon says. This exactly what he says. What? There? Oh, you mean the massive tacky red and gold thing that basically says, hey, hello, I built this suit because I'm a giant tool. Please, guys, shoot me out of the sky. No problem. Rocket Raccoon's a dick. I mean, I love him. And you got Storm and female Thor taking out those carriers. You got Sentinels working with them. You literally have Sentinels like trying to do some support. And every time you see Sentinels, it's usually to fight off mutants and shit, or metahumans. It's funny that Marvel now is using the term metahumans a little more, so it's still a little funny. Iron Man's getting his ass kicked more by Captain Marvel. He even said, like, you know, if all this goes as planned, you know, you want to go out? Yeah, whatever. And then you got one section, it's just bouncing everywhere. They're trying to help the city not get destroyed. And it's crazy. You got Colossus chucking the Hawk to the main helicarrier, which causes Nick Fury to now freak out because he says this is gonna be a mission failed. We gotta get out. He gets out of the ship by also telling Reed that, you know what, use your weapon, use the weapon of mass destruction, because we have no way of fighting back. There's more of them than there's more of us. Which is funny because this is the only time you see Miles, the other Spider-Man, gazing upon where those helicarriers are coming from, and he's really not fighting as much. It's not fighting as much, and the next couple pages and panels are just basically fighting. There's a lot of stuff going on this book. Like, it's mostly saving civilians. You got Scott going Flash Phoenix mode here, just to make some room for they could escape. Just a lot of stuff is going on in this chapter. It's mostly fighting, and then the feels. Yeah, the feels. The feels come in. The Wrath winds up taking a heavy blow on the main carrier section where Suzanne Richards, her brother, and a few civilians are in. Reed freaks out because she makes a bubble. She makes a telepathic sphere to hold them in place, and Reed says, yes, we can make it in time. We can save them. So he outstretches his arm, about to get it. Problem is, you know, Suzanne, the way her abilities work, it puts a lot of strain on her stamina. So, of course, if a ship is getting destroyed and slowly deteriorating, she's feeling all that, trying to hold it in place. And right before he had a chance to actually help her, that's when, yep, guess what? The carrier gets incinerated. It gets incinerated, and Reed does a small, like, talk of a monologue. You only meet that one special person in your life, and then you can never love no other, and then you have kids, and you realize that's where true love is at. And he technically lost everything there. And Reed is broken, and he doesn't know what to do now. And then he goes through the panels. It shows, it looks like Dr. Doom's mask and fades to black. This is awesome. Like, oh, I like this too. They give you like a little quota here, and somewhere in the panels, I'll skip it through because it was more fun than anything. The Punisher even broke in there, and he recruited Black Bolt and some other people, which was crazy. And I love the cover. It's pretty like hardcover, but man, like this issue, I felt like I was reading a more epic version of Civil War, but it's gonna get hectic. Oh, come on. The tape got tucked in. I hate that. There. Haha. Son of a bitch. But yeah, I'm going to review issue 2 tomorrow. Just to keep up, I'm keep up to date with it until the next issue comes out. And yeah, like I like it. I like it. And guys, I haven't been reading a lot of Marvel. Like, okay, I have been reading it, but I haven't been buying the Marvel comics. I borrow comics off my friends because I'm not gonna spend money on stuff I'm not gonna really like. You know what I mean? Like, I got 4 issues of Wolverine. The Wolverines I don't want, and they're just there. But yeah, I can't wait to read that second issue. I can't wait for the third issue to come out, and things are gonna get hectic and build up because I want to know what the Maker Reed Richards and Thanos are planning. Things are gonna pick up business, and I'll see y'all in the next review.